Hello guys and welcome back to Financial Flagship. Today we're gonna do a live stream and we'll have a look at the stocks mainly and the indices. We are gonna talk about the Tesla earnings which were released last night. And let's get going. So like I was saying, I'm joined with Flavian and Fred here, and we're gonna delve in a bit on Tesla because it's fresh. And I want to ask Flavian what he thinks about the earnings report and how he sees Tesla in the long term, and also what impact does he think it will have in the future for Tesla. So Flavian, the floor is yours.
Hi guys. Um, so for Tesla, 2023 was a good year. I don't know if you heard this, but the Model Y was the best-selling vehicle globally, regardless of type. So we see a remarkable shift in the automotive landscape. So basically, no matter what you heard about vehicles, but it seems like electric vehicles, uh, they have the success for there is proven. On the company side, they have a robust free cash flow, 4.4 billion throughout the year, and they have significant cash in the bank, 29 billion, to direct strategically into resources for future development and growth projects. Like
So
they are developing the Optimus robot and other high profile research and development.
yeah, so from what I hear from you, you're very hawkish, and also the earnings report is hawkish. So like I was saying, good
Yeah,
news ahead. So that
yeah,
means
sure,
that
sure.
in the long run, Tesla, in my opinion, and I think in yours too, is a good one of the best companies to invest out here right now. Like one of a big market cap here, it has a lot of way to grow. So if
Yeah, sure. It already has kind of a big market cap for an automotive company, but Tesla is not an automotive company only.
tech
It's an
company, it's
AI and
yeah,
technology company. Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. Yes.
yeah, and it's emerging. Like we all know, the AI sector and the tech sector is very popular right now, and is gaining and more momentum by the week, by the month. So it's definitely one to keep an eye on. So with that being said, let's have a look a bit on the chart. And I remember you posted on Twitter, on our Twitter page, an analysis pre-earnings, which you said, if I remember correctly, to that we may see a sell the news scenario, like with the
Exactly,
price
exactly.
dropping towards one of these two levels. So I can see we opened in negative territory. It's like minus 7% right now. So it
Yes.
has some room to go down, but corrections are part
Yeah,
of an uptrend as
it
well, you know.
was exactly. It was a typical Tesla earnings because on every earnings, Tesla, the analysts and all the stuff, they're bearish on the company. But so it always after earnings it drops like a lot. Like the medium drop is 10%. So I knew that even the structure tells us that it will go to the downside a little to catch the that low on the 155, 150, or even maybe $100, maybe. But we'll see how the structure develops.
Yeah, it has. Let's look at the monthly for that. I think on the monthly is the best possible roadmap for Tesla. You know, and
Yeah.
like you said, 150 is a realistic target here. Also, it can go a bit lower because there's, from a
Yes.
technical
Yes.
perspective, there's loads of liquidity to collect here on the monthly, so it might drop before going back up. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, with all these things moving around, I think this is also dependent on the stock market in general because Tesla can do good, but if the stock market is crashing, people don't tend to keep their money here. You know, they go to safe havens. So.
Yeah, for sure. Every company is impacted by the general economy of the United States and the global economy.
Yeah, so there's a big possibility from what you said. I'm as well looking at this area here, 160, 150 level, to be honest, from a technical perspective. But if the stock market drops or corrects a bit, because we know that in the past few weeks and a couple of months, it's in a strong bullish in a strong uptrend. So I think that this can easily correct those indexes, and some they will dump a lot of cash, and go to safe havens. And with that happening, I think this will have the potential to go a bit lower, before pushing back up because the picture is clear here. You see, you have this impulse here coming
Yeah,
from way, way, way down, and this here, this part, this last impulse needs to correct basically, and you can see the
yeah.
difference.
And look at the. Sorry for interrupting. Look at I mean, for the month, this month, January. If this closes like that, look at the bearish candle
Yeah, exactly, and this
that
I
we're
think.
right now. You know.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
this is a strong indication that the momentum will continue to be bearish. I don't think we'll see a strong reversal. I mean, it
yeah,
could,
yeah.
but
It can go lower in February. Yeah.
this is the typical. It's a typical bull trap here. This is your impulse correction, and then it fakes out move towards the upside. But speaking of structure here and related on this time frame on the monthly on the big one, I think this has the potential to drop here in the worst case scenario, and but like I was saying, 160, 150 is a more realistic target for us, and when that happens, I
Hmm.
think this is a good place to buy and invest, and if you have the cash sitting
Yeah,
alongside you.
we're only analyzing here. We're analyzing the technicals on the, let's say, short-term time frame, because on the long time frame, the fundamentals are clearly bullish for Tesla, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
exactly. You saw yesterday the earnings reports, and you see this is, like you said on Twitter, this is a sell the new scenario, and it's
Exactly,
it,
exactly.
this happens normally. But like I was saying, this is a good one to watch if you want to invest on it. And I personally, I'm not in it, but I'm saving to grab a few what you call it, call them a few
Shares.
positions, yeah, to engage a few positions and
Okay.
shares on
Yeah,
Tesla,
yeah,
and this has, like you said, a lot of potential. It's if the Optimus Prime gets sorted out, this has a
yeah. It
lot
will
of potential
transform
to.
the whole global economy,
Yeah, exactly,
like
exactly.
literally.
Yeah. But they need to get rid from those regulators in the US, first to.
Yeah, and they aren't there technologically, because it's a very difficult project.
Yeah, let's see how is General Motors and Ford doing, Speaking of,
Mm.
so
Dead
like
man walking.
yeah, exactly, and the United States try to keep them alive, and it's crazy.
Yeah, they are bailing them out all the time. Like in 2008, they bailed out GM, but it seems like I think they will need another bailout with this EV wave.
Yeah, exactly. Look at them. This is pretty scary the way they look.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
they are stopping their investments in the electric part of the business, because they don't have profits from the cars. So when you're selling a product and you're losing money on each product, I don't know, you do you want to sell more or less, because you're losing money per each product.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Good one. Yeah. So like I was saying, I think even Tesla, I think it has more room to fall. And let's have a look at a few other stocks before we move to the indexes and make an idea about the whole stock market and the way it will perform in the future. Let's see how Nvidia is doing, another tech giant. So this one is unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah,
It's crazy how everyone after the mining season back in 2020 thought this would stop when the mining is over, with all those
yeah, but
litigations.
they underestimated the effects of the AI revolution that
Exactly,
started.
and it was a nice. This is a nice ride still.
All the tech companies that want to get into AI, they need GPUs, and Nvidia has the best on the market.
Yeah, and
So they basically they they can sell everything that they make.
exactly, exactly, and they're they monopolized this sector. So
Yeah,
yeah, and also there's a big similarity with Tesla here. Look, Tesla is more or less somewhere around this zone here. If you compare the charts, that big impulse up, correction, bull trap, and now it's falling. So this could be a scenario for Tesla as well. This pattern here, because the market is fractal, so
Yeah,
it could go like this. So that's why I'm pretty eager to watch Tesla closely because it has great potential
yeah.
ahead.
So only to give you a stat, Alex, on Nvidia. So think about this, guys. Nvidia 2 years ago had a market cap of $300 billion. Now it has a market cap of 1.5 trillion.
5 times.
So
Imagine.
imagine that growth. Yeah,
Exactly, and it wasn't small. It was a large market cap, and imagine the buy power that they
exactly.
needed to
It
go
was a
there.
large cap then. So imagine. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, these tech stocks and are the ones to watch for the future. It's if you want to put your money into something safe, I think these are the ones that you guys should look after.
yeah. I don't see any reversal for the AI movement. So if companies need GPUs and other hardware for them to train models, I think they will get uh, they'll get the best. And currently the best is NVIDIA GPUs.
Does this surge on the price on Nvidia, aside from what you said, does it have a connection? Is it connected to the shortage of microchips in the world? Like, does that have an impact on Nvidia?
It had an impact on in the early let's say post pandemic. I mean 2021, 2020. But now the demand is so big for GPUs because everyone is investing. Tesla is buying NVIDIA GPUs, Facebook is buying NVIDIA GPUs. Every company that is training a large language model, OpenAI, all the companies that invest in AI, they buy NVIDIA GPUs. And practically NVIDIA is selling everything that it makes. If it has, let's say, 10,000 GPUs on stock, in a second they won't have anything
Yeah,
because everyone is buying them.
yeah, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, and to think that our H100 GPU is $30K dollars.
Yeah,
It's a professional GPU that let's say Tesla uses for them to train their full self driving software for the car.
yeah, yeah. That's good. It's like they say, all the way up. It's this is just the beginning with the
Yeah,
AI revolution. So you guys keep an eye on these tech companies. They might give you a nice profit along the way, and also safety, in my opinion. So speaking of, let's see how the indexes are going, and let's have a look at S&P. Oh, this one is going hard to the upside as well. And like I was saying, I'm expecting at some point, because you see here this is pretty strong. I'm expecting at some point a drop, like a pullback before continuing back up. And this was the correlation that I was trying to make with Tesla, if it can fall further than 150, 160. If the stock market drops here for a correction and people will dump their money into safe havens, then most likely all the stocks will follow, and there's a good chance that Tesla might reach that level. I'm not talking about Nvidia, because Nvidia, I think, is the only one that doesn't care about geopolitical, economical, or other events out there, but most of them have to correct, even Nvidia. So
yeah, yeah,
I'm
for sure.
expecting a drop, because this scenario, this bullish scenario that we have on S&P, we had it also here, and look what happened. And I'm expecting something, a pullback before going back up, and we have a lot of liquidity to collect downwards.
Yeah,
So we've been here, collected the fair value gap, but we have also another level here. We have this gap here that could be filled at some point. I don't know if with this correction, or if this will be a short pullback or a complex one. We don't know that for sure, but at some point it will come, because it's necessary. It's for the market to continue to grow, it needs more liquidity. And how do you gather liquidity? By dumping it in the first place, and then people will come to buy it again from and for a cheaper price. So expecting this one to slow down at some point. Let's go to the 4 hours. And right now is making a small consolidation, and I think this will push back up. And we have to be careful because every top might be the last. So if you guys trade this one to the upside, be careful. After every higher high that is created, try and either put your trade on break even or take profits, because this could drop and then push back up, take you out, and you'll miss the trade, you know. So better to have some cash on in your pocket left. And I want to ask you guys, Fred, Flavian, about your opinion on this one. What do you think about S&P? I can see there's, like I was saying, I can see there's a bit more room to follow up towards the upside, but still I'm expecting some sort of a pullback at some point. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I I believe that I will never take position anyway when it's right to the top anyway. So I will expect a pullback.
Yeah, because this is pretty strong, right? I mean, it could continue to go up curve and then drop, collect the liquidity, and then go back up. But it's a bit too early to say that. But I'm expecting it, you know, because this could also crawl its way up. But with, like you said, it's pretty risky to buy it right here. Only if you're a scalper, that might work for you. But if you're trading it on the 4 hour, 1 hour, it's a bit you don't have a good risk to reward on it. So. And what levels do you guys think that this, if it pulls back from this current position, I mean, if it pulls back, where this could find a bottom? I can see a few areas here, but I'm curious on your input. So if you want to share
It
your thoughts on
depends.
it.
Uh, Depends if it's a small pullback, a deep pullback. If it's a small one, then I might just go back to the. I'm losing my screen. Just above the last two highs there,
Oh,
and then
okay.
going back up. If it's a deeper one, yeah, like that. If it's a deeper one, then you'll see there will be a break of that purple zone, and then we'll go deeper. But at the moment, I would say I'm bullish. So at least it gets some small pullback down to that level.
Yeah, exactly. We have to take it step by step, and first target, like you said, will be this area here, because they have a lot of liquidity here, so it might come down and then push back up. Or if it, like you said, if it breaks this this is, I think, it's a critical area here. If it breaks it, then we can see more continuation. You know, and also we have here a big gap, so this might get filled if they decide to push it down a bit more than we expect. So could be a nice trade
Yeah,
towards the downside. If
yeah.
if and when it happens,
Yeah,
we don't know, but we have to keep our eyes peeled on this one. Same with Nasdaq. I'm seeing Nasdaq very bullish as well. So this one has also a trend line here, so it could come bouncing towards it, then pushing back up again. But again, the momentum is strong. There's no need to look for sales here because we don't trade against the trend right now. Only if we get a clear signal towards the downside, we might take a trade with and go with the pullback. Other than that, I don't uh, I don't see anything at the moment. So yeah, we have to be patient. This one as well has could this is the perfect example, like you said, Fred, on the S&P. This is the short pullback that you're talking about. Look, this one here, it made a new higher high here, and then it came back to retest the area where it started from, you know, and now it looks like it's gonna go up again, you know. But if this breaks here, I think next target is towards the trend line. So, because also here there's another
yeah,
area that could be an essential one to keep an eye on.
yeah. That area looks good for a retracement.
Yeah, yeah. So to push the correlation narrative again, if this indexes, especially the Nasdaq, if the Nasdaq will drop with the tech companies, this will have an impact on the stocks, on the tech stocks as well. So going back to Tesla, let me switch the chart. Okay, so this, like I was saying, we have here some nice areas to watch. We have this one. Also, there's another one lower. So this could come a long way, you know, $150, $160 level. This is our first target for Tesla. So this gap is pretty big. We might see the price bouncing up a bit, then dropping again. And if we get here a reaction, then we might consider that the correction is over. But we have also to look at the indexes. Like I was saying, very important to keep an eye on the whole stock market, not only focus on one stock.
Yeah, exactly.
Apple, look at it. It's making a new, close to making a new all-time high here. Slow and
Apple.
steady. Yeah, Apple.
It's not US on 100, the chart.
Sorry?
The chart. It's US 100 or Apple?
Apple. Apple. I'm looking at
Apple.
Apple right now.
I see Apple as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're close to making a new all-time high here. I think this will be
okay. I was
taken out.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we have this trend line here. So this as well, I think it might.
Yeah, Apple. But remember, Apple has on the 2nd of February they start delivering the Apple Vision Pro.
Apple Vision
So
Pro, yeah.
maybe then we will have some reaction either to the upside or a bigger correction, maybe.
You know, in regards to the Apple Vision Pro, I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, it could boom the market up, but remember when PlayStation back in the day switched from the classic things that they were doing from PlayStations 1, 2, 3, and they created that little one, that handy thing. I don't know what was called.
The portable, I think.
The portable PS.
Yeah.
That didn't have plenty of success, you know, and it was like basically the same. People were were talking a lot about it, you know, this will revolutionize things and so on, but it ended up being like so, you know.
Yeah, we have to see, because I don't know how many people will watch. I don't know, movies with a big headset on their face, or I don't know, interacting with the phone with a big headset on your head. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
and
have to see,
also
right?
it's not that cheap as well, because you know the
Exactly. Yeah.
price. I mean, it's not a product for the masses, to put it like that. So it's like more of an exclusive content here. So it could.
Yeah, three grand and a half
Yeah.
for one. Yeah. Yeah.
What about Rivian? I see it's it's at the bottom.
Yeah, Rivian. Yeah, because they had they guided in the last year, in the last when the 2022 closed, they had the big manufacturing guidelines, you know, that this year, the previous year, 2023, was going to be a big year, and they will make a lot of cars, but they missed that target by a lot. So manufacturing was pretty low, you know. And
Yeah, I feel sorry about them, because to be honest, I like their
but the cars are looking good, in my opinion.
exactly. I like the guys
And
from Rivian.
people are excited when they buy a Rivian, so they have a lot of potential, but they have to ramp up production and be efficient in the production area.
I don't know the
In my
prices.
opinion,
I think are they more expensive than Tesla?
yeah, but Tesla, it's in another category, because they have SUVs. Tesla only has a Cybertruck that it's not out yet.
Ah,
I mean,
okay.
it's out. It started right now, but it wasn't a competition for Rivian in 2023.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because I was
Let me
looking.
see. R1S price. 78 grand in the United States.
Yeah, that's
78 compared to 50 for a Model Y, let's say. So it's Tesla is cheaper, but it isn't an SUV, a big SUV like Rivian.
yeah, exactly. And also Tesla has a lot of financial backing from Elon Musk. It's a bit different than Rivian. I mean, they have more money to
But
roll.
Rivian also has backing because big shareholders in Rivian is Amazon,
Oh, seriously? Okay.
and yeah, it's Amazon, and they bought. I think they ordered 100,000 Amazon vans for Amazon to deliver their products to the people with Rivian vans that will be electrical.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, because
I
I
don't
was
know. They
looking.
have like 20% of Rivian, Amazon, something like that.
That's a
I
big
don't
chunk.
remember the exact percentage.
Yeah, that's a big chunk you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, they
nice.
invested a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I was watching. There were a few guys from Rivian that they were doing videos on YouTube, and I was liking. I like their content, and the drive test and the way the car looked. To be honest, I liked it more from a design point of view than I liked it a bit more than Tesla. It was a bit more like a muscle car compared to Tesla. It was a bit different and more like an
Yeah, it looks
aggressive one.
good. It looks good. It clearly looks good. People, all the people that saw Rivian and even live, not from pictures and stuff, they seem excited and they are saying that it looks good.
Good, nice. Yeah, but also this one, I mean, do you expect the end of it in the future, or do you could see them recovering from this loss? I mean, the chart looks messy and looks bad, but it still has hope for me from what I can see here. But
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how well they execute this year in 2024. If they manage to get the cost down and sell more cars, maybe they will turn it around. But it's pretty hard. Manufacturing is hard
yeah, I can imagine.
to be a manufacturer and to be profitable because anyone can lose money on products.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's move a bit from the stock sector and have a look at the commodities if you guys want. So let's have a look at gold because this is very important as well in the grand scheme of things. This one here is a bit messy. I'm still expecting gold to continue to go up. So sooner rather than later, I think the way it's moving in here, it's messy. It's not tradable at the moment because we had this impulse up and then this spike down, which is a pullback, and now the structure is getting pretty messy, but it could go again and take out these lows. I mean, right now the way it is moving, it's a short-term bearish in my opinion. We could see this area tested again, but if we get here a sharp wave up, I'm pretty optimistic that this could and would be the one that, if it corrects here, could give us a nice trade and take out this top again. So for all the forex traders out there, if you guys see something like this, it has a good potential to go and take out this top. We also have a trend line here that the price is getting closer to. So if this breaks and also breaks this area, I think this is a good area to buy. We also have here two equal highs, almost two equal highs. So the price could go down, could go up. Sorry, and then give us a consolidation. If that happens, then I think this could go up and make a new all-time high here. So if you guys have any other opinions, how do you see gold? Do you see it continuing towards the upside in the medium to long term? Do you see it dropping, Flavian?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, maybe go and I see it. Maybe try to make a bullish move from here, but I don't know. Yeah, if you break that trend line and structure and gives us a good looking correction, maybe we'll go for a buy to tag the top again.
Yeah, because right
That's
now,
my thinking. But yeah,
right now we are making lower lows here, so technically it's a downtrend in this zone. So I'm expecting until we don't see a breakout of this area here that I was talking about, I'm expecting this one to continue to move messy and create new lower lows here and eventually collect all the liquidity left. So, but if we get a spike
Yeah,
up, then that's a good sign that this would continue to push up because let's have a look on the daily. You see here, there's a lot of potential. If we make a new all-time high, that doesn't mean this is the end of the trend. It's a lot of it brings a lot of opportunities to more continuation. So no need to panic and try to look for sales every time the price breaks the top because that's not the case. So so yeah, even though we have
yeah,
divergence here, this is normal because this one here indicates that there is a correction on the way, you know, and we had this pullback and now we got a crossover here. So very important. We have to keep an eye out on this one because it's a one that could give us a good risk to reward if it does what we talked about, and that's to break this zone here and give us a consolidation. So if that happens, then yes. If not, I'm expecting the price still to be in bearish territory until it takes out this zone with these two equal highs, as you can see. I'm still expecting this to go down if we don't get a bullish reaction. So plenty
yeah,
of room left to go up. Even though if this goes like that, we still gonna get a good risk to reward on this trade. So you have to pay close attention.
yeah, exactly.
Oil, this one broke the trend line. So I think this could be the start of the 100 per barrel area. But first, similarly to gold, I would like to see this zone here be taken out, and then if we get a consolidation, then this is the trade. Because here it was a bear trap here, made traders think that this is a pullback, go down, and then it started to create this mess, you know. And we have to be patient a bit. It's not over yet. We could still be doing something messy here. And for that, for us to be sure about it, we need to break out of this area here and see if we get a consolidation. So if that happens, I'm expecting this one to reach at least $100 per barrel. We also have this top here. It's somewhere around 131. So plenty of room left to go up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
yes,
agree with that.
this is a good one if you trade options. I mean, if you buy oil right now, I think it's a good one to consider buying some options on oil.
Yeah, to buy some calls, but
Some
at what
calls, yeah.
expiration date? Because you don't know the exact timing.
Yeah, and the way
Because
this
it's
is,
when it's in a messy correction, you know that
yeah, exactly.
time
It's
factor is crucial for options, and I don't know which time frame should buy. Let's say for 1 year. You
yeah,
think
something
in one
about that.
year
I
it will
think
play out?
in yeah, 6 months, 1 year. I'm expecting 6 months. To be honest, 6 months to 100 is pretty doable. Even earlier
Yeah,
than that. If you get, it's
yeah,
enough to
but
get.
to go for it for oil to go at very high prices doesn't it means that in your opinion that something geopolitical will happen
Depends. I know
because
you're thinking
with
about.
with current demand and we talked EVs are accelerating their growth, you know, people the demand for oil structurally in the coming years will go lower and lower.
Yeah, but don't forget that it's also used in industrial
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure,
industrial
yeah.
sector. But yeah, it could see a drop. So we might see the price stabilize on in this zone here for a while, for a few months, maybe years, you know, because of this EV thing going around, you know, and evolving. So
Hmm.
it could spend some time ranging.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
also a possibility. But yeah, geopolitical aspect would accelerate the rise of
yeah,
oil.
would push it very, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not too eager to talk about politics, and it's unpredictable. This topic is
Yeah, exactly,
unpredictable,
exactly.
and you
Yeah,
never know because they said the same with the war in Ukraine with natural gas that it will skyrocket, and guess what? The prices went down, bottomed. So it's not necessarily a
exactly. Yeah,
factor, it's the way,
yeah, yeah.
and with all those
You
sanctions
never know.
and the trade war
Yeah, how
between
the
U.S. and Russia and the European Union, you might have thought at that place, oh my God, they're gonna soar the gas prices. The gas prices bottom. They only soared in our pockets.
yeah,
So yeah, it's sometimes you don't need a fuse, to put it like this. Speaking of, no pun intended, to start something like this. So yeah, it's but this one
yeah.
here, I like the way it is moving. It's curving towards the upside. It's that typical pattern that we see
Hmm.
on reversals. Those slow movements, messy structures here, and then they start to curve. And that's a good sign that this could
Yeah,
could go up, technically speaking. And also I saw
yeah,
here two equal highs, so there's some liquidity left. So this could go up, and I think it's a one to look at. Could give you, if some people trade options here, then there's a good there's a good chance to do good with this one. I mean, 6 months, 1 year,
yeah. Mm,
you don't
yeah.
know. I don't know when's the next OPEC meeting, and if they cut production, then you can see the price going back up, depending on how much
Yeah,
they will
but
cut it.
they had several announcements in the last months, but it didn't move the market in a big way. It pumped. I mean, like I don't know, 3% one day, and the next one it was down. So it wasn't so much. There wasn't very a volatile movement when the OPEC announcements came.
Yeah, yeah. So. Good one to watch if you guys trade commodities. I think this one is better than gold in my opinion. I know it doesn't have same for gold. Gold also needs a bit of geopolitical news or economical data crisis, like an economic crisis or whatever, a panic in the stock market. Could see the gold prices going back up.
Yeah,
So depends on a lot of factors. They more or less they are correlated between each other.
yeah.
So. So yeah, do you guys have anything else to add to the oil analysis?
Uh, no,
Not for me.
not for me.
Yeah, okay. So basically, you guys agree when we break this area here is a good place to watch for buy setups, right? If we get a nice pattern, of course.
Yeah, yeah. If you break that area and we have a nice correction, buy would be a very good risk to reward trade.
Yeah. Good. If any of our viewers have any questions, if they want us to go through any pair they are looking at, if they want our inputs, feel free to join the chat and let us know, and we'll have a look at it. And in the meantime, let's go a bit to the Forex market, see how things are going here. So when I did the analysis on Saturday, I was looking for DXY to go towards this second area here. We had previously a zone that got broken out, and then it made a classical pullback from where it started, like Fred was saying in regards to the S&P. This is the pattern that he was referring to. You see, we made a new all-time high, then the price pulled back to the correction zone, collected the liquidity, and now it looks like it could go back up again. This one as well, I can see this one going towards the upside in the long run. Maybe next year we'll see this level taking out. So could be a nice one to watch as well. But at the moment it's a bit messy. It's making something similar. If you guys watch this zone here, it's doing something similar to like it did here. So if you notice this break of the top, then this sharp pullback towards the downside, it's similar to this one. We just broke the top, then it pulled back sharply, and now it's making something like a range here, so we can see the price ranging and then going back up. So don't forget that the fractal nature of the market is very important as well, so you have to pay close attention to it from a technical perspective. So I can see the XY gathering some momentum to the upside, so that would be a nice trade to keep an eye out, not necessarily on the DXY, but on the majors, which means that Euro USD will continue to go down. And on the grand scheme of things, here this one could be a nice trade if the DXY goes up. So we can see this low taken out, create a new lower low. We have a good indication of the downtrend after it broke this zone here, as you can see. So it remains to be seen what's happening inside this area here, because the corrections that it's making right now, it's are a bit messy. You see in the first leg down, it made similar patterns. The price dropped, then pulled back up, dropped again, pulled back up again, and it was a bit of a pain to keep this one if you were like an intraday trader or intra-week trader, because this is on the daily chart. So I'm expecting this one here to continue to go and make some messy patterns along the way. But if we get here a nice sell setup, we'll let you guys know. For now, we don't have any sell setups because here we are in a small uptrend, in a local uptrend. So unless we break this zone, and then we get a pullback, then no trades for us towards the downside. For me personally, that's how I see things here on Euro USD.
Yeah, Alex said if you look back at the last few weeks to the beginning of January, the price is doing nothing. So until you're going to get a real move, I will suggest to just sit and wait for the market to show where it's going, because at the moment it's pointless unless you're scalping.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it just you have to wait. Yeah, if you look at the last top and the last bottom, we've been in this like the last 3 weeks, we've done nothing.
You mean
It
this one and
just
this one?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically a range. Even though we have here a higher high, locally it's not necessarily something, because it came back up, took out these sell orders, then come back down, took out these buy orders from here. All of it is done and dusted for now. So the way this is moving, like you said, Fred, is moving in a nasty way.
Yeah,
So we don't have
yeah,
a clear signal. So the area that I'm looking at is this one. If we get here a breakout and then we get something like a pullback, we can look for our setups towards the downside. Because this one here, I don't know if this will come back up and break this top again. I'm not too sure about it. That in the short to medium term we will see that. So we have to wait and see as well. On the weekly, this one, it's pretty much the same. Nothing clear. We have two sharp waves, and when that happens, there's basically the strategy to flip the coin, which I don't recommend. So we have to be careful, because here it took out the top, then it took out the previous the previous higher low. So it's in indecision territory at the moment. So we have to be patient, because this one easily could continue to go down. But like I was saying, for that we have to go to the lower time frames and see how the price is developing and what patterns do we have. And I think this is similar for Pound USD. Pound USD is creating here a range, and I was expecting this one to continue to make a messy structure here. And like you see, we have this drop, messy pullback with a lot of spikes, another drop. Then the price came back up to collect all of the liquidity here, so this might end up in a zigzag pattern. So this could continue like this for a while now, and we don't know when that happens, what will be next. So we need something clear. So have to stay away. Majors are a bit messy for now, and I want to see. That's why I prefer to look at the DXY when things are looking messy on the other charts. DXY makes me think about the bigger picture, and if I see the dollar gaining strength, then normally the majors will do the opposite. So
Yeah.
You have to choose the best one, the best setup from the majors when the DXY gives you a clear setup to trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, dollar yen correcting, strong impulse up. I think this will continue to go up. We have here this strong uptrend started from last year, if you guys remember, from 2023. From January, the price didn't stop. We only had a few pullbacks along the way. These were minor pullbacks against the trend, and now this one was the big correction. So this one here became, if you go to the daily, this one became the bigger degree move towards the upside, and now the price corrected this bigger degree impulse. So I think now we're gonna go back up and make and take out this top and also this one. So we have to wait here for a pullback. There's a lot of room to go down, plenty of liquidity to collect. We can see the price going towards this level here and then push back up, continue towards the upside. So keep an eye out on this area here. There's two zones that I'm gonna watch. This one, the first one is this one, and the second one here. So keep an eye out on these two areas. If you get a bullish reaction, then good trade towards the upside. Dollar CAD.
Yeah.
Dollar CAD, I see this going up. I did an analysis last week for dollar CAD in which I was saying that the price will reach this level, and then if you guys want to buy it, don't jump in the trade as yet. Wait for the price to reach this area, because we talked a lot about this pattern in this stream. So when you see an impulse that corrects and then creates a new all-time high, expect the next move, if it decides to make a pullback, to go towards the area that it started the last wave up, where the liquidity was starting to gather. So I was saying that they normally tend to do this pattern, and like you see, this here had a good result, and now the price is going back up in a messy manner as well. This will definitely take out this area, and when we make a new higher high here, wait for another entry after a pullback and then go towards the upside, because this on the daily has a lot of room to go up. I'm expecting this one here. As you can see, this is pretty clear. We have the impulse, a strong move up in this case, and then you have the correction, this range here, which took a lot of time to develop. So basically this is the difference between an impulse and the correction. Impulses, like I was saying, there are strong move in a particular direction, and the correction that follows is the opposite, is a range. Basically the price is moving up and down over a longer period of time. So when that happens, this makes you think that the market will continue when the correction is over in the direction of the trend, in this case towards the upside. So I think this is the start of it. We did this range here, we completed it in my opinion, and right now on the daily, to be pretty convinced about it, we have to wait for this area to be taken out, pull back, and then this is the trade towards the upside. So we have we have a rooftop here that we shall see if we break it or not. But other than that, if you go to the 4-hour, you can find an earlier entry, and wait for this one here to do whatever it has to do. Wait for it to break the top again, and if you get a pullback, then you can go with the trade. You can also use other tools like trend lines here to see if you get a reaction around and make a better understanding and idea about what will happen next. So you guys, do you think USD CAD will go up? Do you agree with the analysis?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on the daily, it's in a big let's say range consolidation for a
Yeah,
move to the upside.
yeah,
And
exactly.
at any point it can start the move that will continue this big trend that started, I don't know, in 2021,
2021.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it was the low that tagged. It was a low that tagged the other low that was in 2017. So
Yeah.
it will move. I think it will move to the upside. Now it's ranging to go to the upside.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's
we have to watch for corrections on the lower time frames that gives us the move to the upside, that it's the larger move.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm seeing as well. So yeah, let's have a look a bit on the cryptos as well. I was
Yeah.
expecting Bitcoin to go down in our previous analysis on Saturday, so it's still going down. This is only a pullback. I don't see it dropping, so don't panic. I don't fought Bitcoin. Never fought Bitcoin, and I think this has a bit more room to go down. This is a good area to watch, which we just reached it, but I'm gonna be a bit pessimistic and look at this area as well because there's a fair value gap here that might get filled in the medium term before pushing back up. But this is a pessimistic scenario, like I was saying. And right now we have to go to the 4 hours to see the price action a bit better. We broke this area here. We went to this territory right now, and we have to wait and see, because this could continue to make smaller lows, and at some point could start again to move back up. So that's what
Do you think what, Alex, in your opinion, what is the probability to reach that box, that fair value gap at 32,033?
in my opinion right now is it's pretty slim. That's why I said it's a pessimistic scenario because we're
Ah,
pretty
okay.
far from it. But
Yeah.
I don't count it out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
the correction could get messy. Um, and you can see all sorts of stuff in the crypto market as well. But I'm still convinced that
Yeah.
Bitcoin will go past that the previous all-time high at 70K. So
Yeah.
we also are here in a big zone here that it's pretty decisive. So I'm not saying that this will push the price back down. I think this is over. I don't think we'll see these lows again in the future. For now, I mean in the next few months, years. But I think here we found some resistance, and I think this will pull back because this trend here is strong, and we can get something like this pattern here. We can get something similar to this, or a bit deeper, like it did here, something similar to this. So this could drop a bit more and then push back up. But like I was saying, this is a bit too early to consider this option. And at the moment, we have to wait for a bullish reaction, in my opinion. And for me, one that will make me think for a buy would be to break out from this area here. If we break that out, then I'm going to be waiting for a pullback, and then this is the trade, in my opinion. It
Yeah.
could be a pullback like this or even shorter. Don't panic when you see this big arrow here. So for first and foremost, we have to get past this zone here.
Mm.
If we break this zone, I think we're free to go up. But it's a pretty long way ahead. This could continue to go up and then drop from this level. So we don't have a buy signal as yet. The trend is
Yeah. We have to look at it piece by piece once it develops, right?
yes, but monthly and also weekly, this looks obvious that this top here will be taken out. So I'm not funding Bitcoin at all. I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin. Diamond hands here. So
Yeah. Who said that you're funding it?
I'm just saying because if you say Bitcoin will drop $1, everyone jumps on your head.
Yeah. 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 I know. I know.
Yeah. So so yeah, we have to pay close attention. Overall, I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin. Like I was saying, daily, weekly, monthly, 4 hours, not because locally we are creating a small downtrend, but 4 hours will become green as well, short in the short term. Also, Ether has a nice pattern here, and you can see if you remember in the Saturday analysis I did, I was expecting this one to drop a bit more, and it did reach this trend line here, so I think it will go beyond it. And this one is the best one to buy it, in my opinion. It has a smaller market cap than Bitcoin, it has a better structure, and overall a better risk to reward. So even if this goes down, when this will start pumping, this will give you a way bigger risk to reward than Bitcoin, because First of all, the pattern. Second to that, the market cap, and it's pretty low compared to Bitcoin. It's still big, but compared to Bitcoin is low. Is lower than Bitcoin. So this has, if the guys, the whales pump money into Ether, this will go past 5K in my opinion, and could be heading to 10, 7, 10K, somewhere around that area here. So look at it, you know.
Yeah, no,
It's
surely when
and
the
look,
big trend,
yeah, sorry about
when
that.
the big trend start, when the big trend starts in crypto, the uptrend, I think it will, it may even double the previous higher, the high, you know, the all-time high.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And here, look at the beauty of it. You know, if you look on the weekly, look at the fractal nature. You see, if you go in the first wave up here that we had on Ether, you can see this deep pullback that we see in all the cryptos, especially on Bitcoin, this pattern. And look what happened afterwards. Slow start, and then it started to push back up. So
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
compare,
That's a very big retracement in 20, what it was it, 2017 on
2018,
Ether.
and ended in
2018.
yeah, it ended in 2018.
It
And
was
also
1.3, 100, no,
was
$1,400, then went to 76,
yeah, exactly. And
and then went to 4,800.
yeah, in 2 years, something like that.
Yeah,
And also, this is the beauty of it. Look at the similarities. Look at this pullback here, how it ended and how this one ended as well. Pay close attention here to this level and the price action and the pattern that it developed, this sharp wave down and where it stopped. And now let's move back a bit. See, this is the impulse up, and here you have the pattern that ended up exactly in with a deeper retracement, similar to where the price
yeah,
started to go up. And also we had this pullback along the way here in the middle. So yeah, so that, yeah, that's why I'm expecting Ether to be a better one than Bitcoin, in my opinion.
hmm yeah,
But it won't go in a straight line, I can guarantee you that, because this year looks to be like a corrective pattern which will develop into something bullish at some point. So this could be a slow start with loads of bumps along the way and obstacles. But if you treat it like an investment, you don't have to look at this kind of stuff.
yeah,
So you don't have a stop loss if you invest in it. If you trade it, that's a different story. It will
yeah.
be a
You
bit
have to
hard
take
to
it.
step by step and
Yeah,
until you catch that big wave up.
yeah. And even the big wave up can have very sharp and deep pullbacks to gather liquidity and then start again the upside at the upside. So you have to be careful
Yeah, and it will not give you.
because it has a lot of volatility and it has a lot of risk if you're trading it on the small time frames.
Yeah, and as you know, when the market is volatile, you don't get too many setups. It just goes in a straight line. So it's pretty
Yeah,
hard to find something, you know, decent to trade. So that's why investing here is the best thing to do,
yeah,
because you won't be bothered about all that noise.
yeah,
So yeah, this one has still some room to go down, and then I'm expecting it to go to start up to resume the uptrend here and break this top 2.7K. So we'll have, like, for example, if you invest in it from here from 2.2K, you'll have like 20% price change, more or less. Let's say 30%, 25% price change, which is pretty decent.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so I think we should wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. We're gonna do loads of content for you guys in the near future. We're also gonna do a lot more live streams where I invite you guys to join, and we'll do live analysis. We'll have a chat, we'll have a talk, and we'll also have some fun and hopefully we'll get some trade setups. Today was a pretty empty day because the market is not in that mood of being ready to be traded. So you guys hop in the next one. Maybe we'll have a bit more luck. And like I was saying, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and drop a comment below, and also hit that like button and subscribe button as well. So it was a pleasure to host the stream, and thank you guys. Thank you, Flavian. Thank you, Fred, for joining me.
Thanks,
And,
Alex. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah.
and we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you on the
I
next
see
one,
you.
guys.
See you.
I see you.